What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Daily Refinement. My name is Chris, and I make a full-time living selling stuff online. Today, I want to review the top eBay stores in revenue. There are no stores in this review that do less than $10 million a year in sales. So this is the top dogs. You guys want to see what categories sell super well on eBay? Let's find out. Let me go ahead and screen share, and I will show you guys the top stores on eBay. Let me just get this screen share going. All right, so let me know in the chat, guys, if you can see my screen. What's up, guys? Can you guys see the screen with eCop? Let me know if you can see it. If you guys can see it, then I'm going to get started. What's up, guys? Yeah, I want to review the top store. So if you guys can see my screen with this eCop, you guys can see it. Okay, let's get into it. So these stores, all of them have $10 million in sales or more. So we are not looking at stores like mine that are small. We're looking at big stores. Okay, here we go. First one is eCop, exclamation point. So over 1 million feedback. The shooting titanium star is awesome, right? It only happens if you get over 1 million feedback. This is unique, people. Somebody corrected me earlier. You can actually get this another feedback from the same person if a certain amount of time has passed. So this person sells shoes, BB guns. This is pretty cool. 239 BB guns sold. We're going to try and get some ideas from these guys to see what works and what doesn't work. Right off the bat, I noticed that some of the items, I'm sorry, the majority of the items are replenishable. So you can see here on this one, they're using the subtitle. They're using what appears to be a stock photo of the item. 239 items sold, $63.37, 9 viewed per hour. This is not a real gun. This is a BB gun. Oh, so you guys are, okay, let me change it real quick. All right, let me just move it. I guess it's this one. All right. Is this working now? Can you guys see now? Is this the right screen? I'm trying to get the right screen so that we can review it. Yep. Yes. No. Can you guys see the screen with the gun on it? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We're in looking at this store. It's called eCop. They have, sorry, just so people can see. Not that you guys want to look at me, but I want to look at myself. So we have eCop here, right? So this store has, looks like around 100,000 sales a month if you're looking at this. But all these stores, again, are over $10 million in sales. So guns, shoes, headphones, all replenishable items, magazines. So cool stuff. Thanks, Maya, for the $4, $5 super chat. I appreciate that. We are going to be talking about only $10 million stores or higher today to get an idea of what people who are killing it are doing. So I hear a lot of complaining online. I just want to show you guys that it's possible to have 100% replenishables. In fact, this person has 93,000 replenishables. Yeah, that's insane. So if you should be able to find one after some practice. So take a look here. You notice that I'm not only going to be reviewing clothing stores today because there's so many clothing videos on YouTube. Enough for the rest of eternity. So guns, BB guns. And guys, there is links in the description below. They are affiliate links, but you can click and look at every single one of these stores to get an idea of what works and what doesn't. The majority of these guys are going to use free shipping, free return. Guaranteed 3-day delivery. You'll see none of this person's items are guaranteed. So this could be a drop shipper. Probably not, but it could be. If you click on the feedback, you can see only 98 negative feedback is very low for a drop shipper. Let's go ahead and take a look at why they're getting negative feedback. See, this can be removed. Really good price. Super happy to have the product. Maybe just did the wrong thing. Awful seller, defective. See, these don't look like, some of these are positive feedbacks that are just marked incorrectly. Look at this, 755 revised feedback. That's insane, guys. 755 revised feedback. This person really cares, doing their best to get, the best that they can. Okay, Thrift Books. So this is what appears to me some kind of charity shop or thrift store. They're selling books. If you look at their items, they're selling around 200,000 items per month, all in the book category. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is sold for 6,527 times. That's awesome. So obviously, $3.99 free shipping. They have the bulk discount on eBay to get the massive amount of the massive shipping discount in order to get there. That's pretty insane. 6,500 sales for just one book. Okay. So books, CDs, free shipping, free returns, discount 10% off of 4 or more items, top rated plus. This is exactly what eBay wants. Free shipping, free returns, all replenishable items. That's what eBay is built for. So you guys have noticed over the last couple of years that you're not really seeing eBay change. And I think that's because the only people complaining are people who sell one-off items. The people who sell replenishable items don't seem to be complaining. I never hear them complaining online. That's odd. Okay, next. The Clutter Store. Crazy. This is a DVD CD store. Look at this feedback. It's staggering. 556 negative feedback is 99.1. So the majority of these stores are over 99%. It's very tough. You got to really, really get up there the customer service on eBay is very difficult. They don't thread email, which makes it very challenging. Okay, let's look at their store. Wow, look at this iPhone. This is gonna be scary. Look at this, 3,452 iPhones. Wow, that is crazy. At $100 a piece, this is insane. So this person is a authorized Apple reseller. That is nuts. Incredible. And they have a buy one get one 5% off. Wow, that's insane. We got iPhone 7, 7,700 sold. Wow. Damn. US seller, 12-month warranty, free shipping. See, this is incredible, guys. Free shipping on everything. See, they have a customized store. Wow. Incredible. US seller trusted by millions. Almost 2 million feedback. That's just mind-blowing. Look at this. Monster. Thank you, Linda, for the super chat of $10. I appreciate it. Yeah, these videos do take a long time to present, guys. It takes me a long time to find this stuff. So any support that you guys can send to me is much appreciated. 2,000 views per day on this one item. Wow, incredible. Incredible. Okay, so this is obviously an electronics seller. Look at this Nintendo Wii, 3,182 sold. Oh, man, so cool. Looking at people do this well. PSP, 322 sold. And I've never heard this person complain on Instagram, not one time. So also selling iWatches, 130 sold. Wow, last one. Incredible. In-house tech. Let's take a look at what their negative feedback is from the haters. 5,552 negative feedback. Wow. I'm speechless. That's a lot of customer service, guys. A lot of customer service. Item never shipped. DVD did not run. Slow communication. Dishonest sellers because they have scrap. Wow. Look at this. A $6 and $66. Look at all the negative feedback from people basically under $10. Brutal. Here's a note 3. Okay, so obviously cell phones is a powerful category, guys. Next. Get import CDs. This is like another CD store. 298,000 listings. Whew. Nuts. A lot of replenishables. Queen. See this stock photo? 919 sold. Incredible. Buy one, get two at 15% off. Wow. Crazy. All right, next. Let me close this. We have Blow It Out of Here. This store is pretty interesting. Very, very great feedback. 99.4% feedback. They sell DVDs, board games. Wow, Ouija. 381. Wow, 381 feedback. I'm sorry, 381 sold. Board games, DVDs, CDs. 129 sold. Have Gun Will Travel. DVD. That's a lot. $50? Crazy. All right. And auto parts. 68,937 listings. Wow. Dorman front bumper impact sensor for Tahoes. 1,217 sold. Incredible. So if you guys take a look, um, you can see how insane that is, right? I don't even know what this does. And that is a lot. That is a lot sold. Katie, what's up? We're reviewing stores that do $10 million or more right now. You can see they have almost 3 million unique feedback. That is mind blowing. So, yeah, none of these people are making YouTube videos. So I just thought I would take a look, find some of the top stores, and share it with you guys. If you guys are enjoying this, please smash the like button. That'd really help other people find this. But look at this, 5,453 sold. Wow. That's crazy. So, just if you guys did not know, the top guys, throw in the chat what you think the top selling car in America is. Um, this should obviously give you a hint. What do you guys think the top selling car in America is? And I'm gonna see what you guys think in the chat, but um, it'll give you a hint from this listing. Can't believe how many has sold. We're talking about what specific car sells the most in America. Toyota, I believe the brand does sell the most, and it is Ford, but it's actually specifically the Ford F-150. So if you were to sell Ford F-150 parts, you probably do really well. Look at these sales. It's selling over and over and over and over and over again. No listing. Ford F-150, guys, top selling car in America. So if you were to type in Ford F-150 parts, let's take a look at how many pop up. Not very many. Wow, guys, this just gives you an idea of how awesome this is. It's a top selling car in America, and there's only 1,378 that pop up when you just type in a generic term like parts. Look how many have sold of all these things. They're all free shipping, free returns, authorized Ford seller 253, 228, 481. Incredible. Crazy. And a lot of these places you'll see as we get through these reviews, some of them don't have feedback. They've had it removed. I don't know how eBay gets that. Like this guy, I think this one. Yeah, see that the feedback is removed. This guy has no feedback score. I think that when you get to a certain point, you can ask them to take it off. So it's not a level playing field. This guy's asking 500 grand for this card. Tom Brady rookie. Incredible. One of one masterpiece. Wow, that's so cool. So cool. Okay, so I mean, this gentleman obviously is selling rare collectibles. Prob Stein, one of the largest stores, 500,000 feedback. Look at the prices on this stuff. It's like staggering. What if you had $100,000 ASP? That would be nuts. Wow, incredible. So much stuff. So yeah, the collectibles is one, but I just want to show you guys you can have your feedback removed. Yeah, $200 shipping makes sense when you have to do insurance. So that's why these shipping costs are so high because they're insured. Okay, so auto parts is obviously huge. You want to sell. It's funny because Fords have the stereotype of not being very reliable. So it makes sense to sell Ford parts. Okay, here we go. Next is Better World Books, another bookseller. Massive. 2,300,000 listings. Awesome. So I mean, I'm gonna just take a second to address Ortho Leisure saying that my advice is keep your job when you're reselling. This is why you're competing against people who have millions of listings. They know what they're doing, free shipping, free returns, and this person, no free returns. Check it out. Better, there's no free returns on these listings and not top rated seller. So does that matter? No, you could still be massive. No, that's true. You can see this guy's feedback if you click into it. I'm just saying on some of the listings, you can't see it right here. Yeah, of course, if you click on his store at the top, it says what it is. And there's nothing even wrong with his feedback, right? He has eight negative feedback out of 200,000 sales. So pretty damn good. And people always ask me, like, does it round up? It rounds up, guys. 100%. See that? 100%. But he has 8 negative feedback. Still rounds up when you are bomb. Yeah. Fixed or repaired daily is the acronym for Ford. Crazy. So yeah, you don't have to offer free returns. You don't have to offer free shipping. A lot of us do it. Roro, I'm just saying that usually it's faster to grow when you have a day job. That's like my most unpopular opinion. But if you have money to consistently pump in your store and you never take the profit out, you're going to grow a lot faster than if you work in your store and you need to use the money to live. Okay, BHFO. You can see this is the storied seller that people always talk about. They're a clothing seller, right? So, but the amount that they sell has dropped like crazy. They used to sell way more. But they're moving a lot of their stuff offline to different websites. You can see they've sold 317 of this Puma sneaker. So they sell a lot of Macy's liquidation, a lot of stuff. The majority of BHFO stuff is new. It's liquidation, it's shelf pulls. Just to give you guys an idea, they're not selling thrifted goods. That's not usually how you grow because of the time required to do that. So they still have 200,000 listings. Sell-through rate's incredible. A lot of people don't leave feedback, so all these numbers are misleading because they sell a lot more than it looks like. They've left 8 million feedback. Guys, that's insane. 8 million feedback. Crazy. I'm waiting for this. Hopefully I can have a $600 sale this morning. I'm waiting for this guy to counter offer. Greg Morris cards, legendary, right? Legendary store, 23,000 feedback a month and 0 negative. Incredible. So you can have a gigantic store without having horrible feedback. It's just more common to see some of them, drop like maybe 0.1%, but rarely do you see a giant store with less than 99% feedback. And I myself only have 98%. So I've got to get my weight up and really improve that. Crazy. This store is a pretty much 100% auctions. So that's another strategy that hopefully you guys can learn from. If you click on the auction, they only have one item that's fixed price. The majority of it is auction. So 21,000 simultaneous auctions. Pretty insane. So yeah, I don't think that most of these places that do really well are actually in the middle of the country. So I hear a lot of complaining, oh, I live in an area that doesn't have good stuff. Well, you also live in an area with cheap help, right? So you can get employees for a lot cheaper where you live. Where I live, minimum wage is $17. I don't know where you guys live, but put in the chat what you think an average job here. If you flip fries at In-N-Out Burger, I think it's $18.50 an hour. So like, yes, we have higher quality goods, but then also stuff like rent is on average is $2,700 a person here. So are you ready to come to California or New York or Chicago or these big metro areas and pay a lot of money for everything to get to the good goods? Or do you just want to live in the middle of the country where it doesn't cost much to live and you can source online? All right. Next. Pharma Packs. Guys, this is dope because Pharma Packs is the largest Amazon seller. I don't know if you guys know that. Pharma Packs, just this one seller sold more than Poshmark, the platform, last year. Okay. I don't know if I need to repeat that because it's so amazing. Last year, this one company sold more than Poshmark with 4 million sellers. This one company sold more than that entire platform. Okay. That's how big eBay and Amazon sellers are. Massive. So You guys might want to take a break from listening to people like me and follow some gigantic stores that are huge just to get an idea because it's just hard to believe that this store, look at how little feedback they have compared to their Amazon sales. Their Amazon sales are probably 100 times this. But anyway, let's take a look at what the top Amazon seller on earth does. Here we have 4,768 sold of these probiotics, free shipping. And look at this, no returns. No free returns and not top rated seller. Right? It happens. It happens, especially when you are large. So this is one of those giant stores that has giant robots that do everything, and still look at how many orders fall through the cracks. So everyone needs to stop being butthurt about issues or returns or scams because you just have to get through that to grow. Okay, it's not easy. It is not easy. But taking a look at this, it's hard to. It's just insane. 6,156 sold. 2,600 sold, 3,400 sold. It's insane. It's insane, fam. Also, let's see how many feedback they've left for others. 2.2 million. They've only received 800,000. So what this tells me is that they're a relatively new seller because look at this, 255,000 feedback is just this year. Okay, so PharmaPacks is new. They just started on eBay. So within 3-4 years, they're already one of the largest sellers. So you don't have to like be in the game a long time. This is why I don't like people who say, I've been selling on eBay for 20 years. This person's been selling on eBay for 3 years and they're one of the top 10 sellers, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been selling. It's how good are you at selling? I'd rather you present yourself with what your store does in revenue or like, I don't know, just I always talk about that because people always tell me about experience and it's not 100%, doesn't lead to success. Yeah, it's going to be posted live. Don't worry. Condoms and Vaseline, right? Yeah, killing it. Well, I mean, they're necessities. People need them. Okay, next is, holy crap, look at this, 5 million listings. What is this? Oh, Calm Consignment. This is, I forgot the name of this store, but I believe this is the largest store. Yes, all of these stores are US based. I got rid of all the Chinese sellers because people are, people love to complain. So there are no Chinese sellers in this demo. Okay, so obviously a lot of Chinese sellers sell stuff at $2 free shipping. But let's look at this store. This is a consignment store, 5.4 million listings, guys. 5.4 million listings. Wow. What's up, Ed? Ed is saying that 30 million listings for shoes, 22.8 million have free returns, just over 9%. I think I could be wrong. Last time I talked to eBay, I think only 4% of people have free returns. Not very many. Not very many people have it. Wow, $2,000 for rent for a 3-bedroom. That's nice. Nice. Okay, this store has been removed. Car parts wholesale, another car parts store. 97,000 listings. Wow, incredible. 248 sold of this stuff. So kind of mind blowing to see that how many people do volume at this scale. I'm gonna turn off the screen share for a second. Yeah, thanks guys for stopping by. But I just wanted to show you just like how big stores really are. Okay, and right now I'm at maybe like $2,500 a day. I'm not even considered a small business yet by the IRS. It's like at 15 employees, you're considered still a small business. Medium-sized business is like 100 to 1,000, and then large business is like over 1,000 employees. So like all of us are considered micro sellers. We're tiny. We're really small sellers, and that's okay. But you want to go online and learn from some of these big guys, see what they're doing, see how they run their stores, order some stuff from them, look at the replenishables they sell. And a lot of these stores are so big that you can hop onto the same listing, sell the same thing they're selling for a couple bucks less, or the same price, but you could use real photos, and some people trust that more. It's, like Duncan in the chat is always talking about, oh, I would never buy from a store with 5,000 negative feedback. Well, 4 million other people still buy from these people. But that being said, there's probably 400 people who would never buy from a store like this. So in that case, right, you need to go to that listing if you want to sell that and do a better job, better keywords, better pricing, better photos, better customer service. And now you can jump on there and do that, right? So these stores all do $10 million a year or more, and that is around 30 grand a day. Okay, so from the eBay sellers that I meet, I would say most of them do like $200 to $500 a week. Most eBay sellers do less than 20 grand a year. They're not really making any money. They're really struggling. Um, and these people on these large sellers are doing 30 grand a day, right? So what I would do, if you're really taking this seriously as your career, take a look at what these people are doing and start learning from them, because this is the advice that um, I wish I had, which is, this is the unofficial advice I wish I had gotten when I first was born. Okay, which is, try to get to the top 10% in your field. Whatever it is you choose to do, just try to get to the top 10%. So, when I have kids one day, I'm going to try to encourage them to learn how to learn things, and then also try to get to the top 10% in whatever field that you are at. Because then it just keeps you motivated. It's really hard. It's probably taken most of these stores 3 years or longer to get to this point, with a lot of backing, a lot of hard blood, sweat, and tears. And everybody wants to retire early. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants time freedom. When I get emails that say, Chris, I really want to retire early, help me make this work. Everybody wants to retire early. Everybody wants more time. You have That's not I don't that's a weird email to get from me. Like, because, and that's, I think sometimes I get salty because I get so many entitlement emails like, Chris, I deserve to be successful. I work really hard. No, you don't. No one deserves anything. Like, this lady that there's this, I forgot her name. Her first name is Amanda. She is a Ironman athlete, and she's like number 6 out of men and women, and she's like also a model, also an author, also is a lawyer at Apple. Like, there's just people who crush it. And Tim Ferriss asked her, "What would you put on a billboard if you could put it in Times Square?" And she would put, "No one owes you anything," or I think she said, "No one owes you shit," something like that. No one owes you anything. So she at that level, she's still not. She doesn't feel any entitlement at all. She still goes out there and busts her butt. And I really think it's funny that they asked her, like, how does she train for these things? Like, what's your diet? What what do you do to be able to compete at such a high level? And she's like, I usually have a Pop Tart and a Coca Cola before I run. It's like, that's it. That's her secret plan. It's just training. It's not her, like, I'm sure she doesn't eat a Pop Tart and Coke all the time, but that's like, it just goes to show it's not like she's in some lab eating bionic food. She's just a regular person that works really hard, right? That's it. So if she doesn't feel entitled, you shouldn't feel entitled. Keisha's asking about my mastermind call. It does cost money, but the way I set it up currently is, which it will change next month. Currently, it's free. So if you join the call, you have to pledge at the $100 level. And if you hit your goal for the month, you can unsubscribe at the end of the month on the 30th or 31st, and then resubscribe on the 1st, and it doesn't charge you. But if you suck and you don't hit your goal, then I'll just kick you out of the group, because I don't want people in the group that suck. I would rather, if you're going to be in the group, you might as well hit your goals, because I'm trying to create that group to keep me on track. There's no way my mastermind group can make as much money as me just being a high volume seller. Mojo is asking, would you say one of the top keys to eBay's volume? Not necessarily. There are plenty of stores that are small and do fine with high margins, but the majority of $10 million sellers are selling thousands of items a day. So, okay, Ortho is asking, if I had to start over, How would I go about making $1,000 a week? Easy. So, in order to make $1,000 a week, let's say you double your money, right? Let's just back up for a second. You double your money. That is, you're spending 1,000 to earn 1,000 a week, right? Pretty straightforward. What I would do is figure out how to earn an extra $1,000 a week at a job. Okay. And in order to do that, usually you have to be in the top 10% of your field. And if you're not in the top 10% of your field, you probably don't like your job and you probably are not earning enough money to really get an eBay business going. So, first thing I would do is try to earn 1,500 to 2 grand a week at your job and then save that 500 to $1,000 to pump into your eBay business. What's up? Yeah, it was 10K on the bay until I realized that just being on eBay by itself is very difficult. I showed earlier PharmaPacks, the largest Amazon seller, is also on eBay. So, and it just makes sense to diversify. So back to the investment. I'm going to be offering this service next month. So after April 2nd, if you want to sit down and go over your goals, I have a guide. Okay, so the guide will say, what's your goal? Okay, you just started, you want to make $1,000 a week. Okay, let's do this. And this was going to cost $100 for me to go over this with you, because I think it's worth it. I think I can give you guys a guide. So okay, Ortho wants to make $1,000 a week net. Okay, so that's usually around $3,000 a week gross. Okay, so spend 1,000, sell it for 3,000 after fees, shipping, whatever. You net 1,000, and on that 1,000, it's subject to 15.3% self-employment tax. Remember, you get taxed higher as an entrepreneur. There are more ways to write off money and hide money, but there's also a higher tax, probably for that reason that you can hide money. So the government is always going to get its cash. So in order to do that, $3,000 is what you would need to list each week. I hope that makes sense. If you're doubling your money, you can't list less than 3,000 a week and expect to net 1,000 if you're at 1/3 margins. And if you sell stuff under $20, it's way higher than that. Okay, because stuff under $20 doesn't net as much as people think. If you sell something for $20 that you buy for $1, after shipping, marketing, returns, you net less. It's usually like $5 to $7 on $20. It's not half. You're like, oh, I make 10 times the money. No, you don't. If you go back and you look at your sale price and you subtract everything out of it, you are not netting $10 on $20. It's not possible unless it's really, really light first class, like under 4 pounds. I'm sorry, under 4 ounces. But usually people are not like that. The cost of first class mail is too high. It's like $4 or $5 on average now. So you are not netting $10 um, unless you're getting your items close to free. It's very hard. So list $3,000 a week. Now, however many weeks it takes for you to have a sell through. So let's say it takes you 3 months. Yeah, that's a good point, Ryan. $20 shipped. If you sell items for $20 including shipping, and especially if it's heavier items like shoes, you do not net half. You net more like 20 to 30% at the most. So please do your math. Use programs like Sales Calc. Get out a piece of paper and look at what your margins actually are. But usually you can do 1/3. So on a $20 purchase, if you get it for $1, hopefully you net $6.70. So 1/3. Okay, so you take that amount. Now you need to list $3,000 a week for, let's say it takes you 6 months to sell stuff all the way through. Then you need to sell $3,000. I mean, to list $3,000 a week for 6 months before you hit that goal. And most people's sell through rates are way lower than you think. Way lower than you think. So, and sell through rate is basically how many items you have at the beginning of the month versus how many end. So, I'm going to give you guys a preview of this real quick. Let me give you guys a preview. All right, this is the that's a good question, Ortho. Oops. So let me know if you guys can see the screen with the spreadsheets. Can you guys see this? Yeah, see, hustle and grind, you're talking about $20 plus shipping. If you do $20 including shipping, it's very difficult. But let me know, guys, if you can you see this screen with the spreadsheet? Okay, so ortho, I'm gonna make this sheet available for everyone for free to look at. Okay, so you want to earn $1,000 a week. That's $4,300 a month. Let me know what is your how much can you invest into your business each month? I'm gonna assume that you sell things 25%, which is a quarter sell through. Yeah, the people in my mastermind group are in this. You can see them at the top. But basically, you need to make a plan and just stick with it. So, how much can you realistically put into your business each month? 500. Okay, this is gonna be really depressing. Don't give up. But this is gonna be very sad to you. So, okay, let's say you sell your stuff in 4 months. 25% sell through. Hopefully, this makes sense. That means you sell a quarter of your stuff each month. Okay, and you double your money. So you have a let's say you have a $45 ASP, which is very good. This is my goal, but if you want to lower it to 30, um, it's different. Okay, so just to give you an idea, it will take you 138 months to build a business that nets $1,000 a week if you only put $500 into it. That's going to make a lot of people really sad, but it's a lot harder than you think. Like, and I'm not bullshitting you guys. That's how long it would take. If you only put $500 in, you need $51,000 worth of stuff listed to earn $4,300 a month. And you're only putting in $500 at a time. So it's going to take you 10 years at that rate. That's why I'm saying you should get a high paying job or you can't do this usually, right? There are people who get by, but like if you were to increase it to 1,000, I think it takes half as long. Yeah, it takes only 5 years at $1,000 a week. That's still a lot of money. Oh, $1,000 a week is a ton of money to put into a business. Very, very, very hard. And so also in here, I put a caveat: grows faster if you reinvest profits. Usually people don't reinvest profits. That's why I took this out. Of course, if you reinvest the profits, it will be faster. It will be faster. No, Ryan, that's a good question. It's not. It's not counting that. Okay. If you reinvest it, it is much faster. I'm just saying, usually I meet people and they do not reinvest. So I'm just trying to be realistic. Like I'm looking at all this information online and it's not accurate. People like they're like, oh, I've been doing this for 3 months. Why am I not rich yet? It doesn't work that way. It takes 60 months to get to that level of if you're only investing $500 a week and you need 50,000 listed, simple math is that's 100 months. It's a really long time. You're a single mom. See, this is why it's hard for me to have sympathy for people. Chasing Secrets was a single mom selling out of her bedroom. She had a cleaning job. She was doing waitressing in the evening. It took her 10 years to build this. 10 years. And that's exactly what this calculator says, right? So I'm going to make this available in a second. So Ryan is saying, if you aren't reinvesting it, then do you really want to be successful and meet that goal? Kind of. Okay, this is why I put that in there, Ryan, because I did not take any money out. That's why I think I did it in 2 years instead of 10 years, because I just left the money in it, right? But I don't think that's a good way to do it. You should take some money out. You should have the habit of maybe reinvesting 50% or 25% or something back into the business to go, right? Pro Solo Flipper probably put a majority of the money back into the business in order to do it in 2 years. It's usually not that easy. You'd have to if you're taking some of the money out, it takes a long time. So sorry to I kind of sidestepped that question. If you aren't reinvesting it, do you really want to be successful? Usually not. Most successful people reinvest the majority of it, but um, really savvy people would invest probably half instead of 100% of it because they need some rainy day fund. Did I build the spreadsheet? Yes, I did. So I run a mastermind group where we talk about this stuff every single day. So um, if you guys want to talk about experience, I would say I have more experience talking to resellers than 99% of people. I might not be the top. I'm certainly not a top reseller. I'm just an average reseller. But I'm saying the the amount of people I talk to, I think I actually know what this looks like. So if you were to say, Chris, I have this much money and I want to make this much, we can type it in and I can talk to you for an hour. And after that hour, you will know how long it will take you to reach your goal. That's worth $100. That's why I'm charging that. But if you want to give somebody a course, it doesn't, like, the information is not actually all you need. You need more than just information to make this work. You need basically someone to hold your hand along the way to do it. There's no like shortcut to that. People think they can do it themselves. Not really. Not really. Most of the people who are really good have mentors, have teams. At the very least, they have one friend who helped them. And I don't have any interest anymore in saying I did it by myself. There's this weird American thing. I'm American. I grew up here. I think that there's some kind of benefit of telling people you did it yourself, but that's kind of stupid. You didn't do it yourself. Somebody made your, like, if you just, let's just take it like it is. You didn't do it by yourself and just be okay with that. What's up? So Jackie's asking about paying to learn about online arbitrage. That's a good use of your money. It is. Honestly, it is a great idea to do online arbitrage and pay for that information, because the biggest sourcing is done online. Shania is saying many YouTubers made $100,000 a year after the first year. Here's the thing. I don't think most YouTubers net $100,000 a year. Okay, because that's more like 300 to 400 grand revenue usually. Okay, usually it's 300 to 400,000 in revenue. And if you look at the most popular reseller is Nicole State. Her video says, I made 100K my first year reselling. That's gross, guys. That's gross. You can look at her store. She's very transparent about it. Actually, it's gross. That's not net. 100,000 is, and if you take the lowest shipping cost, which is $271, and her average sale price, which is about $13, 30,000 of that already is shipping and supplies. Another 10,000 of it is eBay fees, at least more. And then if you add in eBay and her anchor store subscription, you add in all of those numbers into that 100K, that's like, 30 to 40 grand. Very respectable, right? Nothing wrong with that. No, I don't have any issue with her. Like, there's stuff that she has done that's maybe questionable, but I respect the hustle. I looked at her store. Everybody should be looking at her store to see what she did. You can reverse engineer what she did and learn, right? So if you gross 100K your first year, it's very common. I would say, people ask, what does it take to really make the amount that you want? It's usually the amount that you want. So if you want to make 50,000 a year, it's usually 50,000 you have to invest into your company. Most people don't have 50,000, right? You want to add that stuff in and look. So Shania, you should also take a look at her Poshmark numbers to get an idea. I personally do not think she's stopped selling on eBay. She has too much experience to not sell on eBay. She just probably can't talk about it because one of her stores is suspended, and you can't open a new eBay account if you've been suspended. That's against the rules. So I'm pretty sure she's still on eBay, and her Poshmark store is doing well. Take a look at it. And she also takes advantage of mystery boxes and bundles, and yeah, she's definitely doing all right. And that's true. Jamie is pointing out that she sold before she left her job. Makes sense. Makes sense. So if you look at Shania, Shania is saying she's doing well in Poshmark. You can see exactly how well she's doing. Go onto her closet, take a look, get an idea. She's rebranded. She was State's Place. Now I think she's Nicole.State. So you got to reinvent yourself once in a while. I don't really judge people anymore except for their numbers. So you blame the people who are not smart enough to realize no one is going to sell you an ebook that's relevant. I actually think it is relevant. It's just that it's not that easy. That's why I like paid accountability personally. I have a eBay course, and it's $400, and it sells when I talk about it, but it's not as useful as accountability. So in this guide, you guys want to hear the steps that's going to be on the guide. The first step is figure out whatever your goal is. So write it down on a piece of paper, what you want to make. Second thing is get a journal and start writing down how you're going to do it, and do that every day. And what stuff did you improve? What kind of stuff are you researching? That kind of stuff is important. Journal it. And the third one is, the third step is figure out what you need to do each day to reach that goal. And then the fourth step is find an accountability partner. So that doesn't have to be me. In fact, it's better that it's not your family member. It's better that somebody you don't know you're accountable with, and you guys make sure that you're on track. And it's very hard. Okay, like once you have an accountability partner to keep you on track, that's the hardest thing you can find in the world and the most valuable thing you can do. So yeah, Jamie, she did have investors as well. That helps when you pour. And I think she also took some working capital loans. When you pour gasoline onto the fire, it definitely grows much faster. But again, the majority of eBay sellers that do really well keep their full-time job. BHFO, the husband and wife both kept their full-time job until they were $20,000 in their garage. Right? It just takes a long time. Tommy is saying guide and metrics and numbers are secret to eBay. Yeah, I agree. That's why I made this chart. That's all numbers. You just put in what you do, what you want, and it will tell you what your activity is. And that's going to be very valuable and available on the second for free. So, I mean, people will be able to hop on here and learn how to do this. And then I still think you should buy Bolo guides and ebook. I still think you should buy them. Why not? It's not very expensive. How much is it? It's like a couple grand. You're trying to make $100,000 a year, but you won't spend $2,000 to learn something. That's a very limited mindset. The BHFO people, they bought every single book on eBay looking for one idea, and they have a $85 million business. So $2,000 for a course is not expensive. It's expensive if you are a hobby seller and you want to learn how to make $500. You probably shouldn't spend $2,000 on a course. But if you're trying to be enterprise and you want to make some real money, professional level income, none of this stuff is expensive. But the investors were for the subscription base. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm 100% familiar with Nicole State. I've met her many times. I know her. I wouldn't say we were necessarily friends, but we were professional for a long time. She's actually the reason my channel is so big. I went on her channel. I think I got 5,000 subscribers in one day. So she's as odd as some of the things that she does, I'm still grateful to her. So I'm not really worried about, I'm not going to talk bad on her. If you have no bills and you invest $100 in the eBay and keep investing it, doubling up each week, yeah, you reach $1 million that's true. It's very hard to double your money every week, but it would only take you 15 weeks to reach $1 million. That's 100% true. 100% true. Is there an interview with the BHFO people? Tons of them. Stacy Sefton talks about her business. If you go to their website, you can look at their warehouse. But again, it's not very complicated. I can tell you what they did. They both kept their full-time job until they were at $20,000 in their garage. They probably had $200,000 saved, and they started buying wholesale. That's it. Everybody is the same. If you look at PharmaPacks is the largest seller on Amazon and in the top 10 on eBay. It's just a dude that borrowed some money from friends and family, $50,000, and they got a small warehouse and they started buying wholesale. And he was a pharmacist before. And all of his friends that opened the business with him are also pharmacists, right? So they got together and they opened an online pharmacy. That's very straightforward and doesn't require a guide, right? So there's no success secrets. Nicole had a massive following at one time. It depends on what you consider massive. I don't know. Her following was very big. It was 40, 50. It's more than that. It's like, it's over 50,000 followers, but I wouldn't consider that massive. That's like when people say $100,000 on eBay is massive. It's not. $100,000 on eBay is less than you would make at McDonald's. If you're a McDonald's manager, you only do $100,000 on eBay selling used clothes. In that category, that's the same income as a McDonald's manager. It's not a massive income. So 50,000, 50,000 uh, subscribers is not a massive following. That's not like a million followers. You're still not I mean, I guess it's subjective, but like it doesn't work. She has thousands of views for her. Yeah, yeah. She definitely still has thousands of views for her videos. Her videos are very entertaining. Wholesale is the next level. Yeah, you don't even have to do thrifting. You can just go straight into wholesale. That's what PharmaPacks did. They just started with wholesale. All the money is in wholesale. Let's see. What's the solution to not having a full-time job and reselling full-time? If you want the solution is having really good credit and leveraging a little bit of money, probably. If you want to grow really fast, probably it's having good credit and leveraging some bank money, usually. Yeah, Linda talks about her husband not having energy. That's in my guide. So you need to manage your energy, you need to manage your time, you need to manage your schedule, but energy is huge. That's why, like, if you are younger, this is easier. Um, let's see. You're building business credit, not personal. Smart. You sold on eBay a few years ago for fun. You want to restart. I recommend eBay. Okay, just to give you I said this earlier on the call. PharmaPacks, that one gentleman outsold Poshmark by himself. One person selling wholesale. One person outsold 4 million people on Poshmark. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to earn a full-time living and if you want to like, then I would recommend you need at least 50 to 100 grand of capital. But it's okay if it takes 5 or 10 years to build that up. If you want to make like Lamborghini, Maserati money, you better invest a lot more than that. Okay, you better be working 80 hours a week with some investors if you want to make that kind of money. How much would it take to start on wholesale? As little as $500. Wholesale requires more upfront investment, not necessarily. It just requires a relationship. That's it. Um, nice. Harman Kardon, the sound company. It's very cool. Um, yeah, Mojo. The people that make the most money buy wholesale from the manufacturer and resell retail. And none of those people are on YouTube. Not because like I think that they would do it. It's just that they just didn't. It's not like, oh, people who are successful are not on social media. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They just happen to not be on there. If you like delete your Instagram, you wouldn't immediately become one of these companies. It doesn't work that way. But yeah, I mean truly buying from the manufacturer and reselling it. Um, and this is what I mean by relationships. If you knew a guy that has stuff, then he's going to let you buy a small order. That's it. Right. So you need to have let's see, you just need to have the relationships in place. And most people do not want to talk to you if you don't have a business. Do you need a reseller license to buy wholesale? Usually, but a reseller license is free. Usually. In California, it's free. You just go online and apply. It just means that you're going to pay tax to people in California if you sell it in California. And then you can use that resale license to not pay tax when you purchase the item from a wholesaler. And people ask me how to get in touch with wholesalers. It's time consuming, but it takes some time. Basically, you want to represent yourself as a business, and then slowly reach out to people, and over time they gain trust. And I just heard this Rally Roots comment that he had the rant because he was like, someone was really mad that for $300 they have a mentoring group that's $300. they paid 300 and were really angry that Rally Roots didn't give them their wholesale list. It's like, I don't think I would give people my wholesale list for 50 grand. It takes a long time to do that. So, and mine's not even that valuable. There's people who charge $5,000 for like a list of 20 things that you can order. It's extremely valuable. Is it possible to become a thrifting millionaire? 100%. 100%. It also depends on what timeline. If you had unlimited money, let me think here, and you thrifted 8 hours a day in California, you could become a millionaire in probably 12 years, solo, with no help. If you didn't have any help and you had unlimited money, you probably need, 100K. You could become a millionaire in probably less than 10 years, just thrifting. Yep. Go to trade shows if you don't live in a metro city. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys are interested in being one of the first people to try this thing, let me know. You can email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com. Maybe I'll do some test runs before the 2nd of April. But basically, I'm going to charge you $100 to plug in your metrics into the system. You tell me how much you want to make, how much money you have. This will tell you how long it will take to do it. It'll tell you where to source. It won't tell you specifically what person to talk to, but it will give you at least the basic idea on how to find stuff. But Shania, it's 100% possible to thrift yourself to being a millionaire. I think I know 5 people who run a 7-figure business, 100% thrifting. So it is possible. It is possible, but it's hard. So YOLO is saying only one Goodwill in 1 hour radius. I would say right here, there's no less than 50 to 80 people in every thrift store. So it's not like where you live, where there's 30 people fighting over 5 profitable shirts. There's probably 80 people fighting over 100 profitable things. So that's why I'm talking about thrifting for 8 hours a day. So that's the jam. There are probably 5 Goodwill outlets here. There are 200 thrift stores here, but there's also probably 50,000 resellers here that will never go on YouTube and talk about their sources. So it's not that easy, guys. It's not that easy. Please smash the like button if you're still here. Everybody, stay consistent. Take a look at those stores that I just reviewed, and everybody, have a great weekend. Take care.